Hmm. Hello, my name is Ayush Jha, and with me is Dhruv Gupta. We are going to present on our project title, Tree Species Detection Using MobileNet and Approach. So the introduction. Tree species detection is a technique which is used to detect the type of tree that is being inputted. The CNN methodology is used to implement this technique. The issue of global warming has been influencing the forests around the world, but at times the trees that grow in the forest become a deterrent on their own. In cases such as this, it is important to have a way to identify the various species that grow in the forest or, as a matter of fact, anywhere. This is where our project comes in. It helps in identification of various tree species using the bark images of the same. It analyzes the bark images and accordingly outputs the species. Below are some of the tree species which are in abundance and cause ecological damage. So the first is gum trees, then there is eucalyptus trees and palm oil trees. Gum trees and palm oil trees are bad for the environment because of their overexploitation for the byproducts that they give. Eucalyptus trees are bad for the environment because they soak up a lot of water from the ground and don't give any byproducts and are not good at storing carbon dioxide.
Objective. The objective of this paper is to come with an approach towards an issue that is normally overlooked because of the presence of much more visibly pressing issues such as global warming. The issue of certain tree species which cause more damage to the forest than they do good. The paper focuses on coming up with a fast and efficient way to overcome this problem while also being accessible to people who may not have high end computing systems and devices. Issues in existing projects. In the literature survey that we did on more than 30 existing research papers, we found some issues that our approach circumambulated that they are as follows. Some methodologies used infrared technology for the identification of the tree species, but the issue with the same was that infrared is something that is not present on all the mobile phones and thus makes it difficult and less accessible for people or staff with only mobile phones. Some methodologies used high-tier algorithms such as VGG16, which will be used, which while being very accurate, take a lot of processing power and time to train.
The other issues in the existing projects are, in some papers, the usage of drones and other such equipment is used, which, while being a very good choice, is something that is limited to only rich countries or localities for the implementation. It is not something that is available to the normal masses and something that they can get their hands on. In some other papers, the usage of satellite images is also discussed. This, while being a much more efficient method, does not prove to be very accurate or good at pinpointing. It's more focused on clusters of similar type of trees rather than being focused on a single particular tree. Now the architecture. The architecture of a project is simple. At first, we take the image, then the data set of the image is divided. The size of the image is enhanced to cater to the needs of the algorithm. The image is then converted into RGB. The training of dataset the training dataset is then inputted in the MobileNet. The MobileNet is trained for a certain number of epochs. Testing of the MobileNet is done on some testing images, and the final model is available for use.
Module description. Image acquisition. The process of image acquisition is simple in this project. The images are taken from the dataset, which is available in on Medley. The images in this case were taken from three different phone cameras. The images are taken in the country of Canada in one of the national parks. The resolution of the images may vary as different devices are used to take the same, and thus different colors would also be seen. Image enhancement. The images are fed to the software, which then converts them into the width and height of 2 to 4 by 2 to 4, which is the same dimension which MobileNet uses. The conversion is done using the image data generator function as well as the Keras function of pre-processing inputs. The images also need to be in 3-channel RGB format to be accepted by MobileNet. The enhancement to the images for the same is done if needed.
Depth-wise convolution. In this convolution, we apply a 2D depth filter at each depth level of the input sensor. In depth-wise convolution, we use each filter channel only at one input channel. First, the image is broken down into specified number of channels, and then it is convolved according to the corresponding image and channel and put back together in the end by stacking the various channels. Pointwise convolution is a type of convolution that uses a one-into-one kernel, a kernel that iterates through every single point. This kernel has a depth of however many channels the input image has.
Classification. The software in the end using the MobileNet classifies the image is that are inputted into various different tree categories on which it has been trained on. The tree types have been classified into 10 different types of trees in this project, and the model in this project classifies the images that are sent to it into all the following batches in percentages. The percentages are displayed in the end in fraction for the predictions. After training the MobileNet, we applied the algorithm on never used before images of respective species. The evaluation measures are as listed below. We got an accuracy of 96%, precision of approximately 97%, a recall of 96%, a F1 score of 0.96, a val loss of 0.22, a val accuracy of 0.94, and a total loss of just 0.008.
So this is the results for the tree species that we had trained the model on. On the right hand side, you can see the predictions and the value for the particular tree species is highlighted. So as you can see, for the first tree species that is codenamed BOJ, the accuracy is 83%. And for the following, the accuracies are 99%, 99% again, 99% again for the PIB code name. Then for the PID, it is very close to almost 100%. In PIR, we get 100% accuracy. In PRU, we get a 99% accuracy again. In SAB, we get 100% accuracy. In THO, we get 1.0, which is again 100%. And in MEL, we get a very close 99%.
Conclusion. In conclusion, we see that this project, when implemented on a larger scale, will help out many people who have been unable to access these kind of resources before due to lack of hardware or financial support. This project can run on mobile phones, take less time, and gives an accuracy of 96% overall. The mobile net used in this project has been overlooked for a long time due to slight accuracy reduction, but it is a very efficient and good CNN, which is also backed by Google, and it can make access to ML applications available in the hands of anyone who has a mobile phone, which is becoming more common as days pass. In the end, the project was a success and the results were not unsatisfactory. In the future, more tree species datasets can be added and the software can be trained on that, as well as more epochs can be run to make an even better and more accurate piece of software.